We are live.
We are live. All right.
You are listening to the Unapologetic Podcast, starring the actual and factual Kimberly Smith and Sir Goodwin Live, weekly podcast based around Black culture, current events, inspiration, and Kimberly Smith and Sir Goodwin Live, weekly podcast topics, shows featuring special guests. Subscribe, listen, and follow on all podcast and social media platforms.
This is going to be a doozy. What we have to go through to make tonight happen.
Yes.
From Chicago, Illinois, is Sir Goodwin, and live from Carbondale, Illinois. It's the actual Kimberly Smith. How are you down there in the South?
Woo, blessed, black, and highly favored. How about yourself?
I cannot complain.
I won't complain.
It's been a very interesting and long and exciting week since last Wednesday. And after Wednesday's show, we went over to the promontory on Thursday where we were able to host and talk to Benny the Butcher.
Yes.
And things have definitely changed. You know, you feel like you got a little celebrity status around here. We see this picture floating around everywhere on the internet over the past 7 days. So shout out to Covert Operations and Prime and all the people and Benny the Butcher and the people. It was a great time. How was the experience for you, Kim?
It was great. Again, like you said, shout out to Covert Operations, shout out to Mitch for seeing the vision. Like I said, we know how good we are. We don't brag on ourselves a lot. That's just not, what we do. But at the end of the day, people see what we do and they see our vision. And I was very happy that, Mitch seen it, Covert Operations seen it. Benny and his team was great, amazing. They was late, no shade. But, we, stayed up and we, took the, 1 a.m. bus, I would say. Yeah. And it was a great experience. And, like I said, our little podcast ain't doing too bad, huh?
All right. So we're live on Facebook, Unapologetic page, and on Instagram. If you're watching us on Instagram, you have to go over to the Unapologetic Facebook page and watch tonight's episode, or you can follow me here and look at the screen if it's not too bright for you. Sunday, we had your BFFs in the building.
Yes!
The
crew was in the building.
Did they enjoy themselves?
Oh, everybody enjoyed themselves. Everybody reached out after and said that they had a great time. Always a good time with these girlfriends. And like I said before, I know we joke a lot, but these are the actual women that I call my friends, my best friends, my besties. 2 of them out of this picture. And shout out again to the 6th link that is missing. Kelly is definitely a part of this group, but unfortunately she could not make it out on Sunday, but I feel like we represented her well, and much more to come with these ladies.
All right. Okay. So in this episode, it's called Canceled versus Sued, because a lot of people are going to be canceled in this episode, but they're also going to be getting sued and going against one another. Kanye West staying in the news. The
Always.
People have got him banned from the Grammys, and they are working on a Coachella. Kim, I'm pretty sure you're excited about this.
See, we got to change the narrative, because people did not get Kanye West kicked out of the Grammys. Kanye West got Kanye West kicked out of the Grammys. Kanye West has been acting a complete fool on Beyonce's internet for the last couple of months. And everybody kept saying that all of this was going to lead to him missing an opportunity or lead to him getting kicked out of an opportunity. And it finally happened. He, of course, made a animated video of him killing and burying Pete Davidson. He then went on a rant about how Kim was not letting him take the children to Sunday service. basically also on top of that, he threatened DL Hughley's life and told him that he was rich enough to touch him. And then, I think then the next day, because Trevor Noah, on his own show, which he has, was explaining how this type of behavior is the reason that his mother was actually shot in the head by their father. So Kanye West doesn't take Trevor Noah's story at face value, where he simply says that he thinks it's time for somebody to cancel, like talk to him, not cancel him. He jumps on the internet and calls Trevor Noah a coon. So the coon, how dare you? Don't forget you were on your knees hugging Donald Trump, calling him daddy, but Trevor Noah's the coon. Okay. Yeah. But so after that, the Grammys, which people have to understand, the Grammys are live. You know what I mean? So they have basically said that they were scared of, what he could say during the live broadcast. It wasn't going to be an opportunity for them to stop as he was actually talking or performing. So they just decided that it would not be a good idea for him to perform. I think what people are missing also about this is that nobody would have ever known this if the game didn't get on the internet and announce it. The Grammys literally just announced yesterday who was supposed to perform. So they could have did this in silence, but of course now everybody wants you to feel sad for Kanye, and the black man is the black man is being this and the black man is being that. No, the black man did it to himself. And it is already over 37,000 signatures on this petition to get him off Coachella. Just FYI. And then, of course, Jay Prince had to come out the back and says that he feels like Drake, Kanye, and Nicki should boycott the Grammys and throw a special concert together the same night of the Grammys. Let me tell you why that's not going to work. Because Beyonce knows is performing at the Grammys. So let me tell you what you black people going to be doing when the Grammys is on. Watching it.
Is that's confirmed she's performing?
She's confirmed she's performing.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's going to be interesting to hear her new alto voice.
Somebody, look, that was him, not me.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
So someone who Kanye regrets signing, Pusha T, who's
Big Shine.
Wait, what happened with Pusha T? It was something with Pusha T.
Well, Pusha T and Drake don't get along because of Kanye, but he likes Pusha T. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, this was hilarious that he has a diss track with Arby's.
Yes.
On McDonald's. It was great. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Yes. So Pusha T and his brother are actually the people that did the iconic "I'm Loving It" back in the early 2000s for McDonald's. But unfortunately, which a lot of black artists it happens to, they did not know their value, and so they didn't know how to obtain their value from somebody like McDonald's. So out of all these years, they've only actually received like $1 million off this thing that should have made them billions. So when Pusha T was approached by Arby's to do a diss track, he jumped on it, and it is called Spicy Fish Diss Track. And he's coming at McDonald's. So, hey, I'm not mad at it. At the end of the day, like I said, they've been robbed if they've literally only gotten $1 million from this. And we've been listening to I'm Loving It since I was a teenager.
Yes, that is true. I did not know that at all. Pusha T been around a long time then, huh?
Yeah, the clips, come on now. The brother and him been around for a very long time.
Okay. Well, hopefully Pusha T wins that lawsuit that's coming. Meg the Stallion, is she running out of money? All the lawsuits she been involved in and all the medical bills for her foot.
They won't let Meg the Stallion be. And I don't understand it because 1501 was the original, of course, as everybody knows, was the original label that picked up Meg the Stallion. The problem is that they were not doing really anything with her career. I'm gonna be honest. Meg the Stallion was not great when she first came out. Like, her videos was trash. I've seen a video of hers where she's not even on beat or whatever like that. But you know, with her being a good success that she is, she was able to kind of transition into that, into getting different management under Rock Nation when she had a horrible ass contract with 1501. Now it seems like Carl Crawford, which y'all probably know from baseball, we know him as Evelyn's second baby daddy. But yeah, he is, I feel like, determined to humiliate her. Basically what he's upset about is that Megan dropped the project, and it's called Something for the Hotties, and she dropped it as a mixtape. But the criteria is that it has to be over 45 minutes, and it has to have certain things in order for it to be considered an album. So she considers it an album to her contract. He doesn't. So, of course, he countersued her for this particular album that she put out a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. It got tacky because she called him a pill popper and exposed that when they sent over for expenses that he had his chains and everything on her, that he was basically trying to live off her back. And then he did the ultimate thing that men do when they are losing in a fight. He called her a hoe. He said, you know, it doesn't matter because you done basically screwed your way through the industry and slept with your friend's man. So to me, even if all of this was true, that they spent all of this money on Megan, he lost everybody as soon as he called her a hoe.
Well,
I'm just saying he did.
Shoot it. But okay, well, we need to get Meg Thee Stallion. You need to keep. What has she been doing? I just feel like her music has kind of tailed off a bit lately.
Really?
Yeah.
She just got the Trailblazer Award last night at the iHeart Awards. Megan is not broke, and Megan is not hurting. Like I said, I feel like has to keep defending herself on the internet. You know what I mean? But besides that, I think she'll be fine. And I think that 1501 will lose that lawsuit.
Okay. All right. None of the people mentioned, aforementioned, are a part of Lollapalooza.
So Lollapalooza, of course, is coming back July 28th through the 31st in Grant Park. Y'all have at it. Y'all gave Travis a hell of a time for his, what happened to him down there at Astro World. So if you're brave enough to go to this, please shut up. That's one. But the acts that we might be interested in, I'm way out. This crowd is not for me. But J. Cole, Doja Cat, Little Baby, and Jasmine Sullivan will be there. They have not announced who's going to go on what day yet, but festival tickets will go on sale soon. But if y'all want to, test that crowd, y'all have at it.
Yeah, no, definitely won't be with the people.
No,
put me backstage if you like. Now they say Lil Dirk has sold out the United Center. I find that hard to believe.
He did. He actually sold out the United Center by himself. No, he did say after he sold out, that he would be bringing, other Chicago artists to perform with him to give them the chance that he never got. But Lil Dirk actually did sell out to capacity the United Center. So shout out to him. I mean, hey, somebody like him. I'm not going to this concert, but clearly a lot of other people are.
Well, Dirk selling out to that 23,000. That's for the Bulls. Okay, that's not for Dirk.
Okay.
Right? Because they cut off almost half of the seats behind the stage. So that's definitely not 23,000. But shout out to him. Congratulations. I hope he does bring the city out.
Yeah, in a respectful, safe way, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is Chicago.
This is true. Very, very true.
Hughley was approached by a rapper. Who was the rapper and why?
I am so sick of this. And I literally sat in the studio and said this last week. I said the first time somebody tries to do something in the name of Kanye West is going to go wrong. And look where we are. Theo Phyllis London is a rapper from New York that just so happened to run into D.L. Hughley while he was out with his family and friends. And this is the epitome of clout chasing. Of course, we had never heard of this man until this happened. But the thing is that what he put up is not what actually happened. So what he put up was that like he pressed DL Hughley and that DL Hughley was scared and that he was, gonna make him apologize and all of that. DL Hughley came on the radio and basically said that the guy kept walking back and forth in front of his table when him and his family was eating. And then what he did was actually follow DL Hughley into the bathroom. And so when DL Hughley was in the bathroom, DL Hughley said he looked up and noticed that he was taking pictures through the mirror. And then I guess that's where the audio comes on where he was just like, you shouldn't have said that on Vlad or something like that. And so DL Hughley, as you seen, was just kind of looking at him like he was crazy because it was the way that the approach. He said that he had no idea that it had even went viral until people start calling him, asking him what happened. At the end of the day, none of you need to die on the cross for Kanye West, because let me tell you what he's not doing. He's not doing it for you. So this rapper was a complete idiot to do this. It didn't get him anything but 15 minutes of fame. And yeah, I mean, y'all gonna like, this is what the old head said the other day. They said that y'all got them fucked up. This is exactly what Steve Harvey said. And he said that on any day, he has his money on DL Hughley.
Oh. They
said DL Hughley used to be a Crip in the back in the day, and they said that y'all playing with the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, old heads.
Steve Harvey said they was
my money on them.
You said what?
I have my money on them.
I have my money on the old heads. I do. I do.
Definitely not a fist fight. They're too old for that. Steve Harvey, don't go ahead and sit down. Y'all just count y'all old money. I like old money. Leave these young boys alone. Don't be trying to do no beefing and all that. That's just like me trying to go fight these young boys out here and say I can do this. No. My time is gone.
Well, we do have to remember that DL Hughley was at home minding his own business when this happened to him. He was at home eating Sunday dinner, some neck bones, probably some greens, you know what I mean? And then he gets on Twitter and his address is on there. What is he supposed to do?
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Uh-huh.
This hopefully this blows over, because this can get nasty and ugly and old, and somebody may hurt a toe.
Not a toe.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not going to cancel DL Hughley at all, but Maury has been canceled after 3 decades. Were you a fan of Maury?
Never. It was always a no for me. I mean, hey, sure. You know what I mean? If that's how you get down on your, afternoons. Me, I was a young and a restless girl. So Maury was not something that my grandmother did. So when I watched anytime daytime TV, it was the stories. But yes.
I used to watch Maury as a young man. Then when I got older, I'm like, why are they exploiting these blacks like this? But I guess when all the blacks ran out, it was some whites and some Hispanics and everybody up there.
Maury has made a fool of everybody. So we definitely can't call him racist, because Maury does not care your color. He's gonna. I
was thinking that it was reruns that were coming up, but they were actually before new episodes.
Yes.
Real for 3 decades, and Maury's married to Connie Chung, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, don't sit down somewhere. Y'all got plenty of money.
No, yeah, Maury actually said that he wanted to quit about 6 years ago, but they came to him and said, could he sign one more deal for the staff and stuff like that? And so he decided to go ahead and do one last deal to basically make sure his people and stuff were going to be okay. And so that actually comes to an end this September, and that's when he will be done.
All right. Good riddance to you, Maury. Thank you for humiliating a lot of people, especially black people. I used to love when they run off the stage, though. That's one of my favorites.
The cameraman chasing them, honestly, is the best thing about Maury.
Yeah, and they used to go, first you just go right behind the curtain or whatever. Now they go all the way to the parking lot. If you're watching us on Instagram, please go to the Unapologetic Facebook page. You'll be able to see the actual and factual Kim Smith live from Carbondale, Illinois. So Anjanae Ellis, who has been around a long time. Did I say her name right?
Ingenu.
I
Ingenu.
was close.
Mm-hmm.
She's been around a long time, and I just love her as Dr. Maddie Moss Clark.
Yeah, she was great. She was great.
From the beginning, throwing that shoe. But she did something by writing a letter that was, I was like, well, why can't she just go knock on the door like, hello, Will? Hello, Will?
No.
Why? I don't understand why she had to write a letter.
So so what happened was she was actually on the Breakfast Club doing an interview. Great interview. She was amazing. So basically what happened is that she was explaining about how she had to go through so many things to get this role, that this role was not basically written for her, that they had all these other people in mind, and that she really had to fight for the role.
What's the role? What role did she play?
She was the wife in King Richard. So she's Venus and Serena's mom in King Richard. Yes. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's still on my list. But basically what happened is that they actually got cast and was about to had started filming at the top of COVID. So what would have took them, she said, from like basically January to May, ended up taking almost 2 years to film because of COVID. So at the time, she wasn't actually at the studio. She wasn't at where they were actually filming. And so when they all had to go home, of course, like nobody's getting paid or anything like that. So she wrote a letter to Will Smith or whatever, saying that she felt like that she was worth more than what they had offered her for the role. And he agreed. And not only did he overpay her, he actually then turned around and paid all of the staff more too, just because of her letter. So, you know, she didn't go knock on the door because there was not a door to knock on.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you for getting me together with that, because I was sort of wondering, like, what the hell's going on here? Why she have to be a pen pal?
Not a pen pal. Oh, okay. Shout out to ingenu, though. She has been everywhere since the Clark sisters, haven't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
And before that, she was on Ray, but I really liked her in Quantico. Did you ever watch
I never watched that. Okay.
Yeah, very good show. Very good show. Sierra.
Now, what's wrong with Sierra?
Singing.
She sings. She's a singer.
Oh, that's what she is?
Last time I checked.
I am not looking forward to Sierra singing. No.
That is so wrong.
Yeah.
Well, she's playing the adult version of Nettie. No, not even a little bit. So she's not a singer to you. No, not even okay. So who would you rather have them cast in this role?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it, but I just, when it comes to singing, and Sierra can sing, so let me not say that, because I've seen her live in Northern years ago. She's not a singer, so when you put, Fantasia and her, and it's somebody else in there too, you don't think Sierra.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad that she's getting back into some acting and singing and not just being a trophy wife. So going back, working on her career, I'm good with that, but I'm just not for it in this role and in this production.
Oh, wow.
We don't need you, Sierra. No.
Okay. Well, she has been cast, like I said, to play the adult version of Nettie. As we all know, Halle Bailey is playing young Nettie. So, honestly, not trying to be funny, unless they're going to write it a lot different. I don't really think you're going to see Sierra into the end, right?
Young, old Nettie? Yeah.
Yeah. Old Nettie basically shows up at the end. But young Nettie is who you see through the whole movie.
Okay, well, that might work.
Yeah.
That might work. And
Yeah.
there's no singing. She don't have to do no singing. It'd be just some acting, maybe just something real light because she's older. She was in her 50s or 60s by the time she came back to
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, she was with the kids. So I can see, unless they, write it in a different format, like her, doing the end part, and when she brings the kids home
Yeah,
to visit. Yeah.
yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Sierra. Since I
Oh,
ain't got to
thanks,
see you
Sierra.
for a minute, that's fine. We're okay with that. Speaking of singers,
Oh, now you got to break this one down. I was going to let you handle this one all by yourself.
the legendary gospel singer LaShawn Pace has passed away at the young age of 60. I used to think that 60 was so old till I realized that it's only 20 years away from me. But she has passed away, and not too long ago, her sister Darenice Pace had just passed away, and that
Oh,
one
wow.
thing too. So we losing our legends, but LaShawn Pace, there's a leak in this old building, y'all,
Come
and
on.
my soul. Kim, you got to finish it off. Come
I
on.
don't know. I'm sorry. I did not know LaShawn Pace. Now, that's why I said I know. That's why I said I was gonna let you handle this one all by yourself. I don't really do I don't know the Pace sisters like that.
Okay, so but you have heard that song, leaking this old building.
I don't think so. I'm
Oh,
gonna Google it.
oh,
Unfortunately, she did pass of kidney failure. She was waiting on a kidney, unfortunately.
okay.
Yeah.
So prayers to the Pace family. Have you heard? I know I've been changed.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, that's what Sean
I
Pace.
know I've been changed.
That's
Now
what
that's
Sean.
an octave down. Now, yes, of course. Now we've definitely heard that.
Okay, so all right. For rest in peace to the family. Chicago legend
Oh,
Mary D has passed away, 80 years old. Our friend Deshaun was an intern for her years ago, and he
oh
loved Mary D. She would have been around a long time. Very classy woman.
wow.
So shout out. Did you know Mary D?
No, I mean, wow, to Mary D's story though. She actually started at WGN in the 70s, like
Yeah.
wow, 1972. And then she transitioned to be the director of community relations in 1983. But
Yeah.
the most fascinating thing about Mary D that I found is that Mary D was kidnapped and shot back in July 17th of 1971. She was actually wrapping up at WGN. Her and her guests for the night decided to go for dinner. And as they were on their way, as they made it back to WGN studios, they were in the parking lot talking, and a man approached them and kidnapped them, made her drive out to the wilderness, and shot her and the guests at point blank range in the head. And she survived.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 2 shots to the back of her head, and after he left them there for dead, she crawled to the interstate, and the doctors and everybody said that there was no way that she was going to make it. But they say God always has different plans.
Hello.
And at the end of the day, whatever he had put her here for, she had not done yet. So she actually survived. Unfortunately, the guest that was with her did die.
Oh wow, that is
Yep.
a heroic story, amazing,
Yes.
and the power of God right there. R.I.P.
Amen.
to Mary D. Hopefully, you have a good spot in heaven. Wow, wow,
Yeah.
never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
In other sad news, a local activist, Elise Malari,
Mm-hmm.
was pulled from Lake Michigan. What the hell was this foul play?
Well, at the end of the day, right now, they don't know. She was actually a trans activist or whatever, was really big in the LGBTQ plus community for years, and had actually been missing since March 9th. Had texted her sister that she was on her way home, and then her sister did not hear from her. And 2 days later, they came out in droves and forces or whatever, search parties to try to look for her and find her. And unfortunately, they pulled her body from the river on Thursday. So there's not a lot of details yet. They are still investigating. They have not said that there's any foul play, but they did say that they were still investigating. So rest in peace to her, and sending condolences to the family.
Absolutely. And also down Lakeshore Drive, a man or woman, who was it? A
It was
man
a
or
man,
woman? A
35-year-old man.
35?
35.
Was he black?
Now that they have not released anything in regards to him.
Committed suicide jumping from the water tower.
The 7th floor. I was very shocked by this. I seen this actually when we were out on Saturday. It popped up on my phone. And I was so thrown because, one, I didn't realize that you could open them damn windows. That was one. And then two, it was just the way that it happened. But yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot of information. They said that he went to the 7th floor, opened the window, and jumped, and was pronounced dead at Northwestern later on that day.
Wow. Condolences to these people. They taking themselves on out of here. I know.
They say you really do have to check on your strong friends. Like, you have to check on people. Like the pandemic, 2 years. Some people kind of wrote this out by themselves. You have to understand, if you weren't married, in a relationship, have kids, something like that, didn't live with somebody, you really were in the house by yourself for 2 years. So they said that a lot of this is just people not really knowing how to kind of walk their way back into normalcy. And then normalcy, as you see, keeps getting snatched away from us. Every time, you think you're about to go outside and that life is going to start again, Dr. Fauci shows up on CNN telling you that you got to go back in the house for 6 weeks. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, if it's a coworker, a friend, whatever, like, check on people. It is totally fine to text first. It is totally fine to call first. Shit, it's totally fine to hit the love button on their Facebook post. Just check in on people, please.
Yeah. And Madeline Albright died today, former Secretary of State.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to all the people who lost a loved one, and like Kim said, check on your people. Wow. Madeline Albright. I think I met Madeline Albright too. I think she came to Lincoln Park. I don't know if I know Chris did, Chris and Romisa, and they told us some very nasty things about Lincoln Park. But
okay.
Well, this man who was working in his cubicle before I saw the suicide at Water Tower. I don't know why I just felt like this was at the Water Tower.
Oh no, this was in Seattle.
I don't know why I thought this was at the Water Tower.
Yeah. No. So Simon Jackson lives in Seattle, and his lease was coming up, and they had raised his rent to something that he could not afford. So what he decided was that nobody was in their office because COVID, and that they weren't opening back up their office. So he decided that he was going to move into his cubicle. Let me tell you what the problem was. Simon decided to post this on TikTok. When he posted it on TikTok, it went viral, and then his boss seen it. And so after his boss seen it, not only did security come and move him out, he was then also fired from his job. Let me tell you the moral of this story. Stop putting shit online. That's all.
Well, I wonder how much TikTok paid him for 12 million views. Maybe
that's the whole thing. You, like, once you hit and go viral, you still have to set up to be sponsored and stuff like that. He never knew that it was going to hit and go viral for 12 million. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's now currently living in a Seattle Airbnb. So maybe, people felt bad for the story. Maybe people sent him money and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that technically he never knows how long this could have went if he never would have posted it. That's all I'm saying. He clearly made it past security with all his shit. You know what I mean? Like, we definitely know buildings downtown Chicago, you're not getting past the front desk with all this stuff.
Yeah. Black people, my people. He looks very comfortable in his attire and
his onesie.
Yeah, what a leg there too. Yikes. Um, that's yeah, you too damn big to be sleeping on the damn floor.
In a sleeping bag. But I mean, now don't get me wrong. I do understand. Like everybody has been talking about how ridiculous rent prices have gotten. You know what
They
I
are
mean? So
ridiculous.
I do understand it. You know what I mean? Seattle, like Chicago, is ridiculous. So I can't even imagine what Seattle is. You know what I mean? So I understood his thought process. But my thing is you don't have to post everything.
And I mean, to go move into your office or where you work, that's just not smart. I
Just foolish.
mean, yeah,
Just foolish.
yeah.
Yeah.
You go find you somebody to stay with. Go get you a nice woman.
Oh,
We
okay. Hmm.
talked about that.
Yeah.
Get you a nice career-driven woman.
Oh wow. Well, he might be too intimidated to say hi. You know what I mean? That might be the problem. He might be a little too intimidated. Women with money are such horrible beings. You know what I mean? They're
Nobody said that last part.
oh whatever, whatever.
But maybe they could now hire Kirk Franklin's son,
Mm-mm.
and maybe Kirk Franklin's son can maybe find somewhere to live. Because I'm pretty sure Kirk Franklin's not going to have any bit of stuff if he wants to tear him apart on social media. And now he has joined the bad boys of Los Angeles, which I always thought it should have been the bad girls of Los Angeles, but he joined the bad boys of Los Angeles, and he had some things to say about Kirk Franklin.
Everybody got so mad at Kirk Franklin a couple months ago when this son recorded him cussing him out or whatever. But this is my thing. At the end of the day, as a child, it's in the Bible that I basically condemn myself to hell when I disrespect my parents. And then on top of that, the lifestyle that you choose, your parents don't have to accept. So also, you can't decide that you want to act a fool and still need something from your parents. The reason that Kirk Franklin was cussing him out that day is because he was looking for money. And Kirk Franklin was basically telling him, like, I'm up to here with funding some shit that I don't want to. So
And
now,
he wasn't asking for like $20,
right, and that's another thing. It's like this, like, look, one, to me, this show, him being on this show, is literally just a slight to Kirk Franklin. Like, I seen the forced tears that it's so hard to talk about, and this, that, and the third. They say rich kids drive you crazy. But all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, if you want to get on TV and dog your daddy out, just remember that this video is going to be captured forever. So in 10 years, in 5 years, when all this shit, all this fat and stuff goes away and you ain't got a penny, remember who door you're going to have to knock on.
Yeah, and the door is closed.
The door is closed. Come on, Nene Links.
Yeah, well, Carry on, Franklin. Your father's rich.
Yes. Yes.
And if you want to follow, you just got to follow some rules, and just play the game. I mean, you don't have to go through all this. Now, I mean, you're making a little money with Zeus, and on this show, you are definitely not representing the family well. But if this is what you decide to do, that's fine.
Right.
Make the money, multiply the money, and be well, and live in your happy place. But you don't
just
have to
remember, like we said before, after all of this is gone, after you done spent up that check, don't go knocking on their door.
Yeah. Let's go to some good kids. It seems like Sasha and Malia. Am I saying that right? Malia?
Mm-hmm.
Sasha and Malia. I don't know which one is which.
No.
I just know one is thicker than the other. Yeah, this is impressive here. Which one is which?
So Sasha is the darker one, Malia is the lighter one, the older one.
I don't know. I don't know. They're both the same complexion.
They are not, but the skinnier one is Malia.
Okay. Okay.
But shout out to Sasha and Malia for literally just being out living their lives. They have been out of office for how long now? Still no scandals. We haven't seen them on the FBI list. We haven't seen them on TMZ. We haven't seen them on the Shade Room unless they are out literally just hiking as sisters. So please, people, do not tell us that, you know, you don't understand the life of a politician's kids and it gets hard, because we have literally been watching them since before they were in high school. Shit, before they was in what, 6th grade?
Yeah.
So we don't want to hear it. We really don't.
Yeah.
Beautiful girls.
Yes, and glad they're staying out of trouble. I think we did report something. The one was drunk at a party or something.
Well, no. So Malia was at Coach. She was at Lala with her boyfriend, and she was drinking, but she's 21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And which one is which now?
The one with the braids is Malia. What? She them braids, I think. Yeah. You're like micros.
You're doing exactly the opposite of what I want you to do. You shout out to the actual factual Kill Smith.
What are you talking about? Both.
You said white and dark. Now you said braids. And you know, the thinner one. You know.
I don't see that. I see two beautiful black girls out here getting their life on the hiking trail. Shout out to them.
Yeah. Shout out to Sasha.
Shoot, shout out to Obama and Michelle for raising these brilliant black, beautiful women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead, keeping them out of trouble. Kylie Jenner, this is gonna be real quick. I just found that it was when she said just wanted to share because I keep seeing Wolf everywhere. if you're naming your child Wolf because of Kylie Jenner, and now she's changed the name to God knows what, you are an idiot.
Yes, very much so.
And you probably can't afford the $250, $300 it costs to change your name.
Please stop following these Kardashians. I mean, look, I just, I was listening to a podcast today, and it was something that they said that really stuck out. It says that he said that he was watching a rap video from the 90s. And he said that he couldn't believe how every single female in the video looked different complexions, tones, bodies different. Like everybody looked different. And he was like, then he watched one for now. And he said everybody in the video looked like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. Disgusting. That's why, back in the day I had a certain type. Now, just keep it real. Just be real.
I don't even know if people know what that means anymore.
Just keep it real. Body, all that. Just be real. Well, Ukraine. That's where we're going next. And Kylie Jenner, she's the billionaire. She a billionaire?
She has the lip kit. So they said that she was a billionaire. Then Forbes came back and it was a whole fight. She's rich. Okay. Yeah. She's rich.
They let them give some money to Ukraine. I don't think that we, us using taxpayer money and, $14 billion to aid Ukraine. Now, I'm for Ukraine.
Yes.
I've said this the entire time, but I mean, you got to take care of home. I mean, seriously. 14 billion over there, you give each American $1 million and we good.
We good.
And the economy is booming.
Thriving. Literally thriving.
So yes. I don't understand. And Tupac said it best, they got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Poor. Hello. I need gas. I need groceries.
I mean, seriously. Yes. So the House passed a $1.5 trillion legislation fund that the government that will basically fund the government through September and give $14 billion in humanitarian aid to Ukraine. The interesting thing about this same bill, if you read it, they actually forced the Democrats to cut $15.6 billion in COVID relief that would have actually helped us.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This country is just falling by the wayside.
Yes.
And the Russians and the Chinese, they are definitely up to something. And you just got to stay prayed up because
Amen.
you just don't know
When
when
it's
it's the
coming.
last one.
Yes.
Oh, the Lord is coming on in.
Yes.
Um, bombs, airstrikes and all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of stuff. It probably won't happen in our lifetime here, but I mean, it's coming.
Yeah.
This is really nasty, nasty, nasty with these people.
I tell you one thing, people be thinking it's a joke or whatever, but go watch the Hunger Games. Okay? Gives you a look into what they trying to do.
Yeah. Stimulate Ukraine, help them out good. Give us this gas stimulus that they're talking about. Is this fake news here?
No, actually, it's a bill that's being pushed actually by one of the lawmakers is in Illinois. What they want to do is that the bill will authorize $100 $100 a month of energy rebates for gas. So anytime the gas is over $4, you would get $100 rebate. So if you made under a certain amount for one household, you would get $100. If you were a household of 4, you would get $300. So basically almost just like the stimulus, but of course a lot less because in their mind it's just for gas. But this is nowhere near being passed or approved. I think it's a great idea, but I truly think that gas prices will drop before this even hits the floor. Wow. Oh, and we gotta let people know Willie is giving more gas out tomorrow. They said that it's almost 100 gas stations. You can find the all the listings on his website, and he's doing the same thing. So $50 of gas, and this time he put up $1 million. So get there early because my God, I watched it on the news. I don't know if you seen the last one. Oh wow,
I seen it. I was not a part of it.
No, I was not a part of it. I was in the bed, but watching it on the news, like, oh my God, but he did say this time is going to be a lot more structure. The police is going to be involved. They have volunteers, so hopefully it goes a lot smoother. But they expanded the number of gas stations also, so hopefully that helps too. But hey, if you need it, get up early, be in that line before 7, and get your $50 worth of gas from Willie.
$50, that's not enough. That's not even a full tank.
Make it enough.
At least let it go all the way to the click. Don't stop it at 50.
Yeah, no, 50. $50 is what you're gonna get.
I'm glad I got a small tank. Let
me tell you something. It has been hard. It has been hard.
Yeah. We talk about Florida as being trash, and it is a trash state. However, these people right here are the real MVPs. I don't know how long they got away with it. I wish I could have did it with a mask over my license plate and my face and my VIN number, but they have been busted for lowering gas prices through some type of device for pennies. Yes. And none of them were black.
No, none of them were black. We were not in on the deal. Yes. So 7 men were arrested for this scam down there in the good state of Florida. And what they were using is called a pulsar device. And what they were using the device and they were using counterfeit credit cards. And they got over 2,800 gallons of fuel before they got caught. And the way that they did this, they were all driving pickup trucks, but what they had attached to it is called a gasoline bladder, and it holds up to 300 gallons of gas.
Oh, wow.
In this whole entrapment thing. So unfortunately, it kind of seems like 2 people got caught first, and then they start telling. That's why they say do shit by yourself. But that's how, unfortunately, everybody got caught all at once. But yeah, they had a good run. I mean, gas was, I guess, way too high for them in their pickup truck. So they said they had to find another way.
All right. Well, that's good stuff. They must be rushing. But,
No, I think everybody per their names seem Latin.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, fun while it lasted. Hopefully they store some somewhere where nobody can find after they get out of jail. Are they in jail?
Can you store gas in the freezer? I'm not for sure. I don't understand.
Well, they get it from somewhere, probably stored in the ground or something. Are they in jail? Are they in
Yes.
jail right now?
Everybody's in jail, unfortunately. Everybody's in jail.
Well, they ain't going nowhere. Your car's parked.
That's
you don't have to worry about no gas prices. Why you?
Look, I know one thing though. If I was a cousin, a family member, I would definitely be like, "Yo, where is the truck? Where's the truck? I look after it. Where's the truck?"
That's good stuff, Kim. So glad that we could make this happen today via StreamYard.
Yes,
and, it's been fun. It's definitely different.
It is
but
very
the
different.
quality of the video is very good. And
It is.
to share the screen, and I've kind of enjoyed it. It's not the same, but
I know it was different, but new things because new things on the horizon.
Yeah.
So got to get in line, got to do it.
Yeah, if you listen to the podcast and the audio is a little different, it's just a little different. Just turn the volume up a little bit. You'll be okay.
We'll have that fixed soon. And
When
thank
you
you so
come back
much
to
for
the
waiting on us.
You said what?
I said, I said we'll have that fixed soon. And thank you so much for waiting on us.
Yes.
A little late tonight, a little late.
Yes. Make sure you like and love and share and subscribe to Unapologetic on all social media outlets and all podcast outlets. And go on YouTube and hit subscribe too. We got some new stuff on YouTube with Luke and Glenda and Emily, Glenda Baker and Emily Hooper. And we're going to be doing some more stuff with YouTube. I don't know if this is going to be on YouTube too. But yeah, trial run here. We'll be better the next time. Kim, when are you coming back to Chicago?
Woo, I don't know. Y'all gas prices too high up there.
Well, you are closer to the oil rigs and gas rigs down in the South.
So, this is factual. Very much so.
Gas prices a little cheaper down there. You be safe. God bless. Thank you all for watching and listening. And we will be back on next week sometime.
Wednesday.
We got some special stuff coming up.
Oh, that's true. So next week.
Next week. All right, Kim, we out.
All right.